Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the 5 things that I love about the all-new Lexus LX600. Before getting this video though, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Now, number 1 is most of the looks. So outside of the grille here, I think that a lot of elements on the new LX actually look pretty good. So the headlights, the hood, and then I love the fender flares, and then a lot of the body lines here on the side as well. I think they look great. I think the back end is the best looking part. You can definitely see a lot of the new like Toyota Sequoia type design here with the rear end, and I just think it's a really good look. So yeah, minus that front grille, everything else I think looks pretty good. Number 2 is the features. So just like most modern cars, you guys can see we've got like the opening for the hatch. We also have remote start built in, you know, pretty normal stuff. But some features that I really like on this is, well, memory seats. That's a nice luxury feature. This has a climate concierge where you basically just turn on the vehicle, have that set, and it does everything for you, including the heated and cooled seats, which is fun. This has a center locker, which would help out in snowy winter conditions, or if you decide to take this off-road. Hydraulic suspension, which is very reliable, but also gives you adjustment with the ride height. It's got adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, which work pretty dang well. It's got a sunroof, which I don't really care about sunroofs anymore, but it's a feature to mention. And so yeah, and it also has like all these drive mode selects and everything for on-road use and for off-road use as well. So yeah, it just has a ton of cool little features, and it has a cooler box too. Cool box is what it's called. So fun. Now, number 3 is the size. Now, when I was younger, I used to hate vehicles like this because I thought they were too big and bulky and heavy, whereas now I absolutely love this because there is tons of space. Like if you are a passenger, for example, right, you got decent legroom. If you're another passenger, again, you got decent legroom. It does have a third row, which I find quite pointless. We're not going to go over that segment, but on top of that, we've got plenty of storage space if you have the third row folded down. If I were to buy one of these, I would just get it without the third row because, yeah, like this is great. So I love the overall size, and if you guys are wondering, this is just over 200 inches in length, which I think is perfect because it gives you a lot of space. It gives you really good ride comfort, because if you have a vehicle that is a really short wheelbase, the ride comfort's not going to be all that great, but it's also not too big to where it's hard to fit into parking spaces like the Suburban, for example, that I have for this week. That's just a little bit too big in my opinion, whereas this is in the sweet spot. Now, number 4 is how this thing drives. Now, I absolutely love how this drives. It's a body-on-frame SUV with a solid rear axle, and so it has a very like tank-like feel to it. The 4Runner TRD Pro has a similar feel. Mercedes G-Wagon has a similar feel as well. And so yeah, I'm just a fan of that driving experience. Does it have body roll? Yes, but it's also got squishy suspension, so it's comfortable, and yeah, you just feel like nice and secure when you're driving it. And it's got plenty of power out of the twin-turbo V6 under the hood, and so when you get on it, it gets up and it moves, and it's just a nice experience. Now, number 5 is all-around value. Now, I know it's crazy that I'm saying that this is a good all-around value when it's over $100,000, but if you consider what you're getting compared to a lot of other modern vehicles, it's actually pretty solid. So there's not a lot of modern vehicles, or SUVs rather, that still have solid rear axles, which are great for off-roading, and I love the feeling of a solid rear axle SUV, frankly. Body on frame too, right? Like, you don't get that tank-like experience in a lot of vehicles, and it ultimately has a lot of nice luxury features. You've got the, you know, Lexus/Toyota reliability, so it's going to last a long time, and it's also massive. It can tow a lot. Like, there's so many things that this can do, and so yes, it is expensive, but it can do pretty much everything. It's an SUV, it's basically a truck, and it's also an off-roader. Like, there's not a lot of vehicles that can wear that many hats. That's going to sum things up for the 5 things that I love about the all-new Lexus LX600. With that being said, I'll see all of you in the next video.